Hello and welcome to the Movie KD Challenge. This episode we're taking a look at the movie Alien. If you haven't seen the film, this is your spoiler alert. Let's take a look at what we're dealing with. Alright, so we're looking for 5KD. So the movie Alien, it was released in 1979 and it was a perfect film. It was the first film that combined science fiction and horror and do it successfully. It was a huge success when it was released, and it kicked off an entire genre of aliens and science fiction, and it solidified itself as the kind of the grandfather of claustrophobic horror. So the synopsis of the film is there's a cargo ship towing metal and ore through space. The crew get a message from a derelict moon or derelict planet, and they have to go down and investigate. They go down, they investigate, and they bring an alien back onto the ship, and it tears the place up. It's very hostile. It kills on sight. It has an amazing camouflage, and I don't want to give too much away, but in terms of movies, it's kind of the alien monster that mankind has to face off against. The film's definitely in my top 5 all-time favourite films. It's beautifully directed, it's well cast, and it kicked off an entire series. There was multiple sequels, there were multiple spin-offs, and the movie laid the groundwork for other films to follow in its footsteps. Movies like Predator, obviously the whole host of Alien sequels was Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, and then there was the whole crossover with the Alien and the Predator franchise, which didn't start in the movies, it started in books and comics, and came to the first Alien Predator film came to the cinema 2001, and then they did another sequel in 2007, I think, 2008, which I would recommend just avoiding because it's utter shit. So the gameplay, this is a domination gameplay. I found that I thought I'd try and do the first episode that I did was I was playing very defensively. There was a lot of claymores, sitting and waiting for people, holding down positions. This one I'm kind of running around a bit more. I'm using the G36C, which is a gun I don't usually use. I thought I'd throw it on and see how we did. So I'm not playing too defensively, I'm moving forward, I'm capping flags, and I'm playing the objective. I figured that if I was going to do this challenge in a game, I should still try and play the objective. So I'm trying to play the objective, and I'm still looking to get this 5KD. In team deathmatch, so long as you go positive, you're helping your team. So back to the movie. So it was released in 1979, as I said, and it laid the groundwork for all kind of science fiction, horror genre. One of the reasons the film was so successful, I mean, it was very well written, it had a great story, great cast, is when it went into production, the film studio pretty much let Ridley Scott, who was the director, do what he wanted. He had almost complete autonomy, and they just gave him the money, gave him the budget. They gave the movie the green light, and he was just kind of left to do his thing. He had full artistic control, and the same can be said for Aliens. When they made the Alien sequel, about 6 or 7 years later, movie studios sort of just gave James Cameron, who directed Aliens, the same level of autonomy. They just sort of greenlit the movie. They shipped him off to London with his cast and crew, and they didn't bother him until the film was done. And the same was done with Ridley Scott. So when he was directing Alien, he didn't have studio executives on the phone to him, picking his brains, asking him what he was doing. They let him get on with it. The science fiction genre back in the 70s and early 80s wasn't really taken seriously. It was just kind of looked upon as kind of a nerd thing. After the success of Alien and Aliens, studio executives and studios they took it a bit more seriously, And when they came to make Alien 3, which was plagued with different writers, different directors, the studio executives stuck their nose in almost on a daily basis, and the film suffered greatly. The film could have been an equal, I think, an equal sequel to Alien, but it started off badly and went downhill from there. So if you haven't seen the movie Alien, I would highly recommend that you go and do it. It's a brilliant film. The special effects at the time were groundbreaking. The visual effects and the kind of atmosphere of the film and the design and the layout were created by a guy called H.R. Giger, whose design and concept for the alien and the alien world are still used today, and they're absolutely incredible. Very creepy looking, very scary, very just the whole thing just looks very alien, like it's from another world. Today we're still getting movies based in this universe. We had a prequel, which was Prometheus, which was all right. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't what I expected. And later this year we have Alien Covenant, which, from what I understand, is going to tie the link between Prometheus and Alien. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what Ridley Scott does, where he takes it. We should hopefully see some more of the aliens and the monsters and the creatures that we all know and love. So what I love about this film is very similar to what I love about Jaws. Is you don't see too much of the alien. You don't see a full kind of body shot. You just catch glimpses of it, and the feeling of claustrophobia that you get is incredible. It's intense, and you really feel like you're in a pressure cooker. You really go along with this ride with the characters, and it's another one of those films where the hero is an unexpected hero. It was thrust upon them, and they have to kind of step up to the plate and take on the challenge of tackling this giant monster, this giant beast that you can't see it, you can't kill it, you can't get close to it. And the character of Ellen Ripley is synonymous with feminism and heroism and heroinism, and it's Sigourney Weaver's defining role. And it was the 70s, so there wasn't any female lead hero characters. Most lead roles, most hero roles went to men. So it's kind of controversial that this film in 1979, it went to a lady, and a wonderful job she did, and it's a character that still lives on today, and there's still speculation and talk of a fifth Alien film. Sigourney Weaver has said that she would love to reprise the role of Ellen Ripley. So let's see what the future holds. Hopefully I've sold you this movie, and I highly recommend you go out and see it. It's a classic. Most of the films I'm going to be doing on here I'm going to regard as a classic. So if there are any movie villains, heroes, or monsters you'd like me to take on and have a look at, please drop a comment down below. So that brings us to the end of the video. If you stuck around this long, please think about giving the video a like, and if you enjoyed what you see, please subscribe to the channel. There will be more videos coming up. There'll be more KD challenges. So please subscribe for more content, and I will see you later. Thank you. Bye bye.